ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्। अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भगवत्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमे यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतु मुनेः आपूर्यमाणमचलप्रतिष्ठम् समुद्रमापः प्रविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत् कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी विहाय कामान् यः सर्वान् पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिमधिगच्छति एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ नैना प्राप्य विमुह्यते स्थित्वा स्यामन्तकालेऽपि ब्रह्मनिर्वाणमृच्छति Yesterday we saw 69th verse. Ya nisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jhagarti sanyami. So ya nisha sarvabhutanam ya nisha. So here the meaning of nisha we see as a nisha means darkness, night, whatever we say. And we know generally in night people used to go to sleep, but there are some animal or birds, they always awake in the night. They are all are called nocturnals. Here Bhagavan has compared this sarva bhutanam yanisha. There are beings, all beings, they consider they are waking in day, but because of the ignorance, actually here the meaning of nisha is a agnan. So there is in a 3-step this nisha will go. So first the meaning of nisha is a night. So in night this naktacharana means nocturnals, naktachara, let me write like this, they always awake in the night. Here Bhagavan is comparing like this Naktanchara, same as here all beings, human beings are also as good as Naktanchara. And why? This Naktanchara thinks this is not night, this all nocturnals think this night is a day. Same way human beings are think we are waking in this daytime, but according to Shastra, what they are considered this day, it is a not day, but nisha only. Because according to Shastra, there is a no day, there is a no night, there is a no word only, but still, why they are considered this is a day, actually is a nisha. He says agnanameva. Because of agnanat, because of ignorance, they think this is the day, but really speaking, Shastra says it is not day, it is a dark, dense ignorance. So in ignorance, these people are awake. So for darkness, for all people, because of ignorance, this is the nisha. In that nisha, tasyam nishayam sanyami jagarti. Here the meaning of sanyami means atmagnani, one who knows the truth of the jagat, that person knows this is not really, even there is a no day, there is a no night, even no swapna, there is a no word only. That's why it says it is just wake up. It knows there is a no vyahvarik satta. This Sanyami knows. And yasyam jagrati bhutani. Again Bhagavan says, same bhutani, yasyam nishayam agnana rupanam nishayam bhutani jagrati, but that munehe pashyatah, that person knows this is only ignorance only, sa nisha only. So yasyam, again yasyam nishayam means which type of night? Same is a night of ignorance. All people are as though they are jagrati, they are awake. They think this is the day, but literally speaking, this Gnani knows this is the night. Here the night is ignorance. This is the meaning of 69th verse. And in 17th verse, we have seen Bhagavan has compared Atma Gnani with ocean. And here Bhagavan has given two adjectives of Samudra. He says Samudra is, ocean is Apuryamana, is always brimful. This is always full, and Samudram Achala Pratishtha. It is always stable. It's never dependent on river also. It never depends on even rain also. So Achalam Pratishtam we can say is a Swatantra. Ocean is independent. It never depends on rain and river. At the same time, even being independent, it always full. Apuryamana. And in such ocean, apaha pravishanti. Water enters through rain also, water enters through river also, but still this ocean remains apuryamana and achala pratishtha. Many rain and many flooded rivers entered, but still Samudra never crossed the boundary. In same way, there are without rain and without a flooded river, remain achala pratishtha. Remain full only. Yadvat tadvat kamaha. Saha means same way. Bhagavan is compared. Suppose there is an Atma Gnani. In Atma Gnani is also Apuryamana. He thinks I am a full all-pervading consciousness and it is not dependent on anybody. Is a Swatantram. In such Atma Gnani also, Kamaha Yam Atma Gnanim Pravishanti. Sarve Kamaha. All type of object are enter also in Atma Gnani's mind, because Atma Gnani is not living in some corner of jungle, forest. Still he lives in the society only. So in Atma Gnani also, Kamaha Pravishanti, Sarve Kama. They all are entered, but still it is not move away. By this, it remains as it is, like ocean, never change. In spite of many flood rivers entered, ocean remains as it is. Without river also, ocean remains as it is. Same way, in Atma Gnani, objects are comes in the mind of the Atma Gnani. Atma Gnani remains as it is. Without object also, Atma Gnani remains as it is. So such person, Sashanti Mapnoti, such Atma Gnani definitely will gain Shanti, peace, but na kama kami, one who is always desired of the object. Such people never have peace because they always desire different type of object. But this Atma Gnani is Sashanti Mapnoti, because this Atma Gnani is as good as ocean, is never dependent on happiness for others. For one's own happiness, this Atma Gnani never dependent of external object, external people and external situation. That's why this person shantim apnoti na kamakami. Kamakami shantim na apnoti. The meaning of kamakami we have seen. Kamakami means a person who is always interested in desired object. Shankaracharya is written the meaning of kamakami, kamyante iti kamaha vishayaha. So meaning of kamaha means different type of object, and one who desired always for such object, tan kamaitum shilam yasya sah kamakam. One who has a desire for this object, this person is called kamakami, and that kamakami shantim na prapnoti. He never gets peace because this kamakami thinks by having this desired object, I will be happy. Means right now this person is not happy. While this Atmagnani knows I am happy in every situation. Again, Bhagavan has said in 71 first verse, Bhagavan says, who can have Shanti Madhigachati? Same Shanti Apnoti is Shanti Madhigachati. Adhigachati, Apnoti, both one and same meaning. Gains. Saha means that person. Shantim means peace. Adhigachati. But here, Shankaracharya says, the meaning of Shanti means not only peace, but he says moksha kyam shanti. One who is get the moksha gets that person's he says the trait, or we can say this whole quality. So what are the quality of that person? So he says yaha puman. Yaha means anyone who. Puman, the meaning is puman is a person. Any person, sarvan kaman vihaya, having given up all desire. Sarvan kaman vihaya means having given up all desire. And we can put here kaman means binding desire. A person who has given all binding desire, still that person charati. Here the meaning of charati is not grazing, but that person moves among the whole society, among all object. But in which way? So Bhagavan says, Nispruhasan, Nirmamahasan, Nirahankarasan, charati. That person moves in the society among the object, Nispruhahasan, being remain Nispruha. Spruha means longing, but from whom the longing has gone. Nirgata spruha yasmat, from whom all longing has gone, is called Nispruha. Again, Nirmamaha, mamatvam, Nirgatam, otherwise we say Nirgataha Mamakaraha Yasmat, from whom this ownership, this is mine has gone. That person is called Nirmamaha, and Nirahankaraha, from whom Nirgataha Ahankaraha Yasmat, from whom that Ahankara has gone. Ahankara may be two types. One who keep on telling I am something is called ahankari, and another thing, one who consider oneself as a body mind sense complex is ahankari. So both is gone away, from whom that person is called nirahankara. So yah puman, a person having given up sarvan kaman vihaya, having given up all desire, plus nispruha, nirmamaha, nirahankarasan, charati. He just moves away in the whole world. That person also, shantim adhigachati. The meaning is object never bind us. We always desire the object. People say there are many, always I am bound by the object. Really speaking, nobody can bind us. We unknowingly bounded by these objects. So what is the Anvaya? So I have kept here. Yah Puman means this person. Sarvan Kaman Vihaya. Sarvan means all. Kaman means all desires. Vihaya means Tyaktva, given up, having given up. In which manner? Nispruhaha, Nirmamaha, Nirahankarasan. So having given up longing with reference to object. Nirmamaha, having given up ownership, again with reference to object and people. Nirahankaraha, having given up I-ship, we can given up the consider oneself as a body, mind, sense complex. Such person, charity. This person moves around in the society, moves around in the object or people, still saha shanti madhigachati. That person definitely will gain shanti. But here the meaning of shanti is not shanti, shanti, shanti. Shankaracharya says moksha akhyam shanti. A person who understands what is the moksha. Permanent shanti madhigachati. This is the meaning. So I have just written Yahapuman means a person. That person may be sannyasi, that person may be householder, even person may be brahmachari. But such person, sarvan kaman vihaya, in which type of desire, kaman means desire, so I have written, each and every desire are just come under the in three. Vitteshana, putreshana, lokeshana. Vitteshana, Eshana means desire. Vitteshana, one who after a money. Vitteshana. Somebody says, I am not interested in money. Then they say, you must be after Puttreshana. My son, Puttreshana. And somebody says, even I am not interested in Puttreshana, even I am not Vitteshana, but all people are under Lokeshana. Knowingly, unknowingly, people should approve me, people should appreciate me. It is also called location. So, Yaha Puman, Sarvan, all this desired, Vihaya, Kyaktva, but a person who has given up all this type of desire. Vihaya, still I have mentioned all binding desire. Having given up, and how asheshata, without any left out, a person has given up all desire and having become nispruhaha, nirmamaha, and nira ahankaraha. So I have just written what is the meaning of nispruhaha means nirgata spruha yasmat, from whom there is no more longing for external object. Not external object. Object may be people also. Object may be situation also. There are many people I know, they say, I am not interested in an object, you know. But still, we are interested in people. If somebody talk with me, then I will be happy. So object is also people, and object is also maybe situation. So from whom everything has gone, then Shankaracharya is written in his Bhashyam, Sharira Jivan Matre Api Nirgata Spruha. Even that person is not interested, my sharir, even my body continue, even my body goes away, I don't care. This is called Nispruha, even for one's own body. Like Shankaracharya ji has told that Kapalika, you come and cut my head, I have no problem, because Shankaracharya ji is Nispruha Sharira Jivan Matra, even to keep his life going on. Such capacity is called Nispruha. Then Nirmamaha. Mama means ownership. This is my house, this is my car, this is my son, everything. Mama means ownership. But Nirmama means Nirgata Mamakaram Yasmat, from whom all ownership has gone. So no ownership regarding object also for sustaining livelihood in that person's mind. No mind. This is belongs to me, that has gone. Iska hai nirmamah. And why this person has no mamakaraha? So I have just quoted Ishavasya Upanishad, this mantra. It says, one who has Atma Gnanam, what will happen to that person? The Ishavasya says, that person, for this person, Sarva Bhutastham Atmanam. That person sees oneself in all being. Atmanam Sarva Bhutastham. He sees himself or herself in all being. Sarva Bhutastham means in all being. Atmanam means oneself. For Atmagnani, and again that person, Sarva Bhutani cha Atmani. In all beings are in me. So Atmagnani knows I am in all being and all being are in me. This is the cycle complete. Ikshate yoga yuktatma. In this way, this Atmagnani sees sarvatra samadarshana. For in Atmagnani's mind, everything is me only. So how can say is mine? If one thinks I am separate from this, then I can call this is my bottle. But everything me only, then how can I say this is my me only? That's why in person's mind, it is a no ownership. Nirgataha mamkara. So I am in everyone and everyone is in me. Sarva bhutastham atmanam sarva bhutani. So where is the question of mind? Swamiji, Swami Viditatmananji's brahmachari name was, what was his name? Swarupa Chaitanya. His name was Swarupa Chaitanya. At that time also he wrote some books, small booklets. So at Kalyaniji's, she read one book of Swamiji, Swarupa Chaitanya. And she met Swamiji as a Swami Viditatmananji. So she doesn't know Swarupa Chaitanya is equal to Swami Viditatmananji. So she went, first time when she met Swamiji, she says, I am very impressed by this Swarupa Chaitanya writing. He wrote very nicely. Then Swamiji says, you know who is Swarupa Chaitanya? So she says, no, I don't know. I would like to see who is he. He says, mine. So in Swamiji's mind, if he knows, even Swarupa Chaitanya's book is also mine, and what I have written is also book mine, then there is a no ownership. One who knows everything is me, there is a no ownership. That's why it's called Nirmama. He never claimed this is mine. And last one is Nir Ahankara, that Atmagnani from whom Ahankara has gone. Nirgataha Ahankaraha Yasmat. And what is the meaning of Ahankara? So I have written two things. One is called boasting. Whatever that person, he or she has, keep on telling to everyone, is called Ahankara. And another meaning of Ahankara means considering oneself is a body, mind, sense complex. Both are Ahankara, and both Ahankara Nirgataha Yasmat. From whom this both Ahankara have gone, that person is called Nir Ahankara. Actually, one who never identifies with oneself, body, mind, sense complex, there is no question of boasting. Boasting means the person is keep on telling to everyone, you know, I have this much, I have this much. It's called boasting. If Pandita is there, there's everybody he used to tell, you know, I have written this much books. So this is called boasting. But when that person can boast, when he identifies with oneself. So first Ahankara is one who identify with BMS, means body, mind, sense complex, is the first level of Ahankara. And second level of Ahankara means boasting. After identification with body, mind, sense complex, then only one say, you know, who am I? So it is a dense Ahankara. When person start boasting, it is a dense Ahankara. But from whom these both have gone is called Nir Ahankara, and that person knows I am mere consciousness. I am a no more, no body mind sense complex. Such person Shanti Madhigachati. But I was just thinking, I think at that time also, how can we become relatively nirmamaha, nispruhaha, and nirahankaraha? So how we can become relatively? So I have written here, as a human being, we do have a longing for external object, but whatever we keep with us, first we just offer to Ishvara and we can pray, I am using is for your gift. This is not mine. That spruha will go. This is comes from Ishvara. This is not because of my longing. Nispruha. And how this nirmamatva will go. So I have just written, like in in drama, each and every actor or actress know we are playing the role, we are not the character. Same way, whole jagat is nothing but is a drama only. Whole world is nothing but is like a drama. We are the playing the role. In reality, I am not father, mother, I am not brother, sister, I am not even husband and wife, no uncle, aunt, no son, daughter. Reality, I am only consciousness. If we keep thinking like that, then nirmamatva will come. And last one is nirahankara. Nirahankara means one, we should not identify ourselves with body, mind, sense complex, and which is the way so we can come out from this ahankara. So always what I used to tell, aham mamana bhavati, otherwise drashta drashyam na bhavati. So if I can see my body as a drishyam, the body cannot belongs to me. If I can see subtle way, but my whole thought process, so this thought process also drishyam, I cannot be this. So these are given as an instrument to me, but I am not body, mind, sense complex. This is called nir ahankara. This is a relative way, but if we live life like this, then absolute level also we can have this all tendencies. So a person with this type of qualities, nispruhaha, nirmamaha, nirahankaraha san, charati. Charati means he remains in the world. So Shankaracharya says, such person enters in the world, engage oneself in many activities. It is not sitting in one corner. He keep on engage oneself in many activity, but without doership. Without I am akarta, I am not doing anything, such person shantim gacchati adhigacchati. So saha means Shankaracharya is written, saha means evam bhutaha sthita prajnaha brahmavid. A person who knows aham nirmamaha nirahankaraha and nispruhaha, this person is called sthita prajna, and this person Brahma Veti Brahmavid. One who identifies oneself as a Brahman is called Brahmavid. Such person Shanti Adhigacchati. Adhigacchati means Prapnoti. Will get. But what is the meaning of Shanti? So Shankaracharya has written Sarva Sansara Dukkha Uparama Lakshanam Nirvana Moksha Akhyam Shanti Adhigacchati. Akhyam means by name. What is the name? Is called moksha, is a liberation. And liberation, other name is nirvana. From here, Bhagavan Buddha has taken this word, nirvana shabd. And the moksha of which he says, sarva sansara dukkha uparama, the cessation of all pains, which is available in sansara, everything is cessation. It's shantaha. This is called moksha. And this is called peace. Not simple peace, shanti, shanti. This is not that shanti, but shanti by the name of moksha. And the moksha means all type of pain, Emotional pain, physical pain, everything is just cessation. It's just gone off. Adhigacchati. To remain with own Sarupa need not to run away, only just given up all the level attachment. So I had still written one that I love it. Nispruhaha, where we can put. So I have put. We should not be longing for this gross body. Nirmamaha, we can use for our emotional level. Nothing belongs to me. And nirahankara should be at intellectual level. I should not post. This is relatively, and then only it will come absolute level. So these all three qualities, if we develop relatively, so it also gives absolute level also. In this Shanti, now Bhagavan is clarified more. What is the name of this Shanti? This person is more charity everywhere. Bhagavan says, this is called Brahmi Sthiti. Esha Brahmi Sthiti Partha na enam prapya vimuhyati sthitvasyam antakale bhi brahma nirvanam ruchyati. Brahmi. This is not Brahmi, that herb. Having taken, our brain is a little bit good, no? I have read this Brahmi Oshadi. But this meaning of Brahmi means connected to Brahman. Brahmas, which is connected to Brahman. A person who thinks, I am not separate from Brahman, that understanding is called Brahmi. And sthiti means not here sthiti. I can say sthiti means this kara amalakavat understanding. Sthiti means this understanding. One who knows I am not separate from Brahman. This is called Brahmi sthiti. Enam prapya. Enam means enam, this sthiti. Having got this understanding, I am not separate from Brahman. In fact, I am Brahman. Having got this understanding, that person na vimuyati. That person never get deluded. Vimoha means delusion, but this is not naina, but actually na enam. This na will join with na vimuyati. That person doesn't delude. And if person keep on trying for whole life to remain in this type of understanding, to achieve that understanding, and if Bhagavan says, if that person has understood at the time of death, then he says, Antakale apistitva asyam, asyam stityam, asyam brahmi stitim. If person can at the time of death, if person can understand, I am not separate from Brahman, this person, Brahma Nirvanam Ruchyati, this person will liberate it. Ruchyati means gain, Brahma Nirvana means liberation. That person will get liberation. This is the meaning. But sthiti, it is a hastamalakavat understanding. I am not separate from Brahman. Otherwise, sthiti we can take as a state, because here also the state of being in Brahman, whenever the state word comes, state in Sanskritam is called avastha. If avastha is there, then keep on changing. That we can't take as a state. So if we take Anvaya, so Anvaya is Partha Esham Brahmi Sthiti. So, O Partha, Esham is this, Brahmi Sthiti. Sthiti means firm conviction, firm understanding. And which type of understanding? I am not separate from Brahman. This understanding enam prapya, enam brahmi sthitim prapya. Having gained this Brahmi understanding or sthiti, the person na vimukhyati, that person never doesn't deludes. In sthitva asyam antakale api. Having gained this clear understanding, even at the end of our life, antakale means even end of the life, that person brahma nirvanam ruchyati, that person will gain liberation. So that's why I think from this, people have started to think, even if we start at the end, if I suppose I will die up around 85, 90, then I will start to understand this Gita after 60. So generally in India, people think we have to do bhajan, we have to do some scriptures study after age of 60 only. There is in Gujarati also, after 60, I forgot, something is then it's a sight vachi Bhagwan Bhaja. When person is retired, no more, nothing more, for he is just useless for every family people, then you start to, it is doesn't work. So Antakale is possible when a person who has lived whole life for this, one who has lived a whole life with Shastra, that person only at the time of death will remember Brahman or Ishvara. Otherwise, it's next impossible. It is said at the time of death, it is just like a Bhagwan would like to show us how we have lived our life. It is a just goes reverse back, how we have lived the life. In Antakale, whatever remember what we have done for whole life. If some person is whole life, money, money, money means always wealth. So at the time of death, that person starts only wealth. If at the time of death, some mother says, my son, 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 then in the time of death, that she will remember only son. So that's why whatever life we have lived, that will come at the time of death. If we live a life for Shastra, if we live a life, the understanding what Shastra would to convey, then definitely at the end of time, this all thought will come. Even if we cannot get Brahman Nirvana, but it will be good gati. Even next birth is very good. This is the meaning. So Esha Partha means a son of Prutha. Esha means this, Brahmi Sthiti. So I have written, there is a one word, is called Nishtha. The meaning of Nishtha means Nidharam Sthiti, well established, firm. So we have heard two words, Gnana Nishtha, Brahma Nishtha, even Tapo Nishtha, Japa Nishtha, there are many words. Nishtha, the meaning of Gnana Nishtha means well established in knowledge. We are steady in knowledge. It's called Gnana Nishtha. Brahma Nishtha means well established knowledge that I am Atma, not separate from Brahman. In fact, I am Brahman, not separate from Brahman. This sthiti, this nishtha is called sthiti here that I have written. This nishtha, I am not separate from Brahman, that Bhagwan has used as a word sthiti. Otherwise, sthiti is very common usage by the meaning of firm conviction. I am not separate from Brahman. It is called nitaram, our total commitment. Nishtha. Brahmi means connected to Brahman. The whole thing, Brahmi Sthiti, means a disposition of mind which always understands that I am not away from Brahman, but in fact, I am Brahman. This firm understanding is called Brahmi Sthiti. And again, I have written this is a not state of mind, because being a state of mind, it keeps on changing. Like waking state, dream states, sleeping state, these all are states. They are keep on changing every day in 24 hours. These 3 hours keep on changing. Same way in this body. is a toddler, young, adult, old. These all are different avastha. The avastha is not sthiti. Here sthiti means the firm conviction, I am Brahman only. So having got this Brahmi sthiti, Bhagavan says, Enam prapya na vimuhyati. Having gained this Brahmi sthiti, I am not separate from Brahman. Person na vimuhyati means that person has no longer delusion with reference to Jagat, with reference to Jiva, with reference to Ishvara. There is a no delusion. Until now, I think aham jiva. So jiva means I am separate from Ishvara. This is mohanam. But after having, so jiva is equal to Ishvara. I am not separate from Ishvara. This another delusion about Jagat is Jagat is separate from me and Jagat is Satyam. This is our conclusion before Gnana. But after having knowledge, we say Jagat is as good as dream. If dream is not Satyam, this Jagat is also not Satyam. And last one is Ishvara. We think Ishvara is sitting somewhere else, but Shastra says Ishvara is everywhere. This old delusion with reference to Jiv, Jagat and Ishvara has gone. No vimuhyati. There is no further any type of delusion. And I have just written here, Gnani knows my real nature is Brahman, consciousness, all pervading, Aham Purnaha. There is no more jiva. All notions regarding body, mind, sense complex have gone. All delusion with reference to self even have gone. This is called Navimyati. This understanding, if it comes at the time of end of our life, Sthitva, having remained in this understanding, even at the time of death, Antakale, this priceless knowledge, if it comes at the end of, then that person will also get moksha. But I have written here, this priceless knowledge does not need any particular age. Person can be very old and no more useful to any worldly activity. But if this elderly person gains knowledge and having got firm conviction that I am Brahman only, then that person also get liberation. That Bhagavan has given one consolation. If all person has lived a life, jalsa, and lastly, this is next impossible, still Bhagavan says, asyam means in this Brahmi sthiti. At the end of the time, if we can remain in this Brahmi sthiti, I am not separate from Brahma, I am not, then definitely Brahma Nirvana Pruchyati. There is a one story. It is a one guru and one shishya. Guru was as good as Brahman. So Guru has already knows who he is. So he says to his shishya, when I will die, so how can you know I have got liberated? So his old shishya says, is any indication so we can understand, okay, now my Guru has got liberation, he is no more, and he will never come in another body. Then Guruji says, when I will die, there will be some noise will come, like Damru's noise, some noise will come. Then you have to understand, I am liberated. Now no more another body. Then Guru died. After some days, Guru died, but there is a no noise. Then all Shishya started worried. Our Guru was so good. Why he is not got liberation? Then one Shishya was smart. He looked his Guru. So he just noticed his Guru's eyes was open and fixed somewhere. So he says, where this Guruji's eye have been fixed? He says, Guruji's coat was near window. Guruji dies on that coat. And from window is a big tree. He was looking at big tree. And in that big tree, good mango was hanging, ripened mango. So at the time of death, Guruji's mind has come, oh, very beautiful mango. What would be the taste? Next birth, then Shishya has tried to find out where is my Guruji. So he says there is one caterpillar who was inside the mango, was eating the mango. Then he understood this must be my Guru. So he has kept both mango and this caterpillar one place. Caterpillar's life is not too much. So after some days, it dies. Immediately that noise comes. Means even if Guru can have some desire to who we are, even after living a long life, still Guru has his mind in that mango. Then what we all the day, whole night, what we are thinking, not for Ishvara, we are thinking for many things. So it is very difficult. But still Bhagavan says, if your mind can be stable in Brahmi Sthiti, then Brahma Nirvanam Gacchati. Even I have quoted one more story that we know. Parikshita was cursed by one rishi, I forgot, but he says, after 7 days, that serpent will come and will kill you. Then he was very depressed and he went to Shukamuni. Shukamuni, and he says, please do something, I will die after 7 days. Then Shukdevji says, you have to celebrate because you know at least for 7 days you are not going to die. Because any people, they don't know which is the last breath. But if you know you have to live for 7 days, you have enough time to study. So I will teach you. And with 7 days, Shukadevji has taught whole Bhagavata and he is liberated. So Sthitwasa. So for Parikshita, I can live Sthitwasa, even Antakale, be Brahma Nirvana Richit. So meaning of Brahma Nirvana means a liberation. That person is liberated even at the time of death. In Shankaracharya is written in his Bhashyam, Kimu Vaktavyam means what to talk about. If person Brahmacharyat eva sanyasya, a person who has given up a life of Gruhastha and who has taken sannyasa from Brahmachari's life, in Yavad Jivam Yaha Brahmani eva avatishtati. A person who has lived one life in with Brahman only, I am not separate from Brahman, such person, Brahma Nirvana Richit. That person will definitely will gain moksha only. So again I have written this Brahma Nirvana is equal to moksha. And this is the end of the second chapter. Every chapter, this is a written something. It is called Om Tat Sat. Iti Srimad Bhagavat Gita-su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Sankhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyodhyaya. Nowadays we are doing Om Purnamada Purnamida. But before, Puja Swamiji told us, before, if person would like to finish one stroke, if person like sannyasi, they would like to finish that class, they will say Om Tat Sat, means this is the over. Nowadays when we start Om Purnamada Purnamidam, the person knows now this class is over. There is one boy, he met Swami Viditatmananji. He is very little boy, 7 to 8 years boy. And his father used to attend Puja Viditatmananji's class daily. Then one day this boy comes and see Swami Viditatmananji with his father, and Swamiji is asked, have you listened any shloka? Which shloka you like more? He was innocent, no? So he says, I like Purnamada, Purnamida, so I can conclude this is the end. Now Swamiji won't teach more. So we can understand Purnamada means the class is over, but before there is no Purnamada. If Teacher says, Guruji says, Om Tat Sat. Student understand, now it is over. So the meaning of Om Tat Sat is, this is the over of what? So this is the second chapter. And what is the meaning of Om Tat Sat? He says, these all are Ishvara's name. Om is also Ishvara's name. Tat is Ishvara's name. And even Sat is Ishvara's name. Om means Avatu. There are many names of Omkara. I am just simple gives the hint. Avati, Avatu is Rakshanam, Rakshatu. Ishvara who always protects us. That's why Ishvara's one name is Om. Om is Ishvara who protects us. Tat is also Ishvara. In generally in people's mind, Ishvara is not in front of us. It's somewhere is sitting. So Paroksha. So Tat means that Ishvara who is not available for my five senses, that Ishvara is called also Tat. In Sat we know Trikale Apitishtati in Tattvabodha. All three names are Ishvara's only. So in previously, this all sadhu sannyasi, they used to end of this talk, they say Om Tat Sat. And now it is written, Iti. The meaning of Iti means in this way. Iti, in this way, Srimad Bhagavat Gita Su Upanishadsu. So it is say, Iti Srimad Bhagavat Gita Su. In this way, Srimad Bhagavat Gita, if somebody asks, what is the Bhagavat Gita? He says, Bhagavat Gita is not separate from Upanishad. The subject matter of Bhagavat Gita is the subject matter of Upanishad. And why, if you have noticed, total how many Bhagavad Gita are available? It only one, 700 shloka. Then why this Su? If you know some declination, so always in seventh case, Rame Rama Yogo Rameshu. So Rameshu is the plural. So here also Srimad Bhagavat Gita Su is a plural. Why they have written as a plural? It is actually singular only. But it says to give the respect to someone, it always we have to use plural. So that's why Srimad Bhagavat Gita Su is to show our reverence, to show our respect for Gita, we have to write Bhagavad Gita Su. Otherwise, Srimad Bhagavad Gita Ayam, it looks very ugly. So, Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su, Upanishad Su. Upanishad is also feminine. So, this Upanishad Su, if somebody asks, what are the subject matter in Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad? So, it says Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastra. Main subject matter of Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad is Brahma Vidya. The knowledge of Brahman is the first, and Yoga Shastra, like Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga, are also subject matter of both Bhagavad Gita as well as Upanishad also. This knowledge of Brahma Vidya and Yoga Shastra are given in which method? So it says it's given Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. It is given this subject matter in the form of dialogue between Lord Krishna and Arjuna. Is given in the form of dialogue. And right now, which chapter you have seen? So it says Sankhya Yoga. Here the meaning of yoga is not Baba Ramdev Yoga, but yoga means chapter. And what is the name of chapter? Sankhya. If you remember, so we have seen the meaning of Sankhya means Samyak Khyayate Buddhi Sa Sankhya. By understanding which knowledge we can have that vision of oneness. This is called Sankhya. By understanding Upanishad, we have developed the vision of oneness. Nobody is separate from me. This is called Sankhya. So Sankhya in Yoga is a chapter Nama Dvitiyodhyaya. This is the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita is over. So even we can take from back also. Iti Dvitiyodhyaya. This is the second chapter. What is the name of second chapter? So we can say Sankhya Yoga. The name of chapter is Sankhya. This Sankhya chapter is given by whom? So Sri Krishna Arjun Samvada. It is given by Lord Krishna in the form of dialogue. And what are the subject matter? The same again. Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastra. And this subject matter available where? So again, Srimad Bhagavat Gita so as well as Upanishads. Iti means in this way. So here, second chapter is over. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.